Hello friends! I know, it's been too long since we sat down and had a chat. This is a channel update. I'm going to answer some common questions you guys have been sending me. Talk about what's going on. So, first of all, I wanted to thank everybody that had ordered one of my rapid dry towels and had to wait weeks, even months to get your order. So embarrassed. The last thing I ever want to do is let down people that support me, and that's what I was doing. But you guys all took it with great grace, and I got a whole bunch of the rapid dry towels in this week. I've got heaps of stock now, and so the gorillas and I stayed up all night sending out the orders, so hopefully you'll get your orders. I upgraded the shipping, I gave stickers, I wrote hand notes, you know. I appreciate your support. I really appreciate you guys buying things from me, and so I hate letting you down. Anyway, so if you ordered a rapid dry towel, should be on its way. Thank you for your patience. And anyone that wants a rapid dry towel can order one now, and they'll actually ship in the next day or so. So, yes, the rapid dry towel, the problem has been that they've been way too popular. I've had nothing but amazing feedback on them, and people keep ordering them. So yeah, they are a really good product. And you can either order them from me, or you can order them directly from my friend that owns the company, Rapid Dry Towels. They are a genuinely good product, and I'll be talking more about them in upcoming videos. Other stuff that's coming up, I have a trip to Portland next week. This is kind of exciting for me because it's a get-together of successful automotive YouTubers and people that are far more successful than me have invited me along to review a bunch of cars. Matt Moran, Redline Reviews, Jason from Engineering Explained. Lots of very successful YouTubers that take this whole YouTube thing far more seriously than I do, so it'll be cool hanging out with those guys. So hopefully we'll get some great videos out of that, and maybe I'll blog something next week while I'm out there. So Portland trip coming up. And I also wanted to, as I said, answer some questions. All of these questions are questions from individual people, but they're a common theme. A lot of people ask this similar questions, so I wanted to get on with some of these. And the first one is from Big Mike. He writes, "Can you do a video on the 992 911, please?" No, I can't, because it hasn't been released yet. The best I could do is talk about spy pictures and guess what it's going to be, but there's no point in me doing a video on that. As what we do know is that it will be released October, November this year, and what Porsche always does is they release the car, but it's really not available for another 6 to 8 months after that. Here in the US in particular, we get cars a lot later than in Europe, so we won't really see the new generation 911, which is going to be a 2020 model, until much later next year. Which brings me to another point. A lot of you are writing to me and saying, should I wait for the new model or should I get the old model? I don't know. I can't tell you that. If you really want a 911 now, you have to get the old model. Or if you really like the look of the current model, get the old model. If you want to get the latest and greatest, then wait a year and get the new model. Caution I'll give you though is that dealerships are taking deposits on the new model, which is sort of ridiculous. And if they were really honest with you, they would tell you that putting a deposit down on a model that hasn't even been released is not going to get you one any faster. Porsche always sells their cars to the Porsche insiders, the people that buy a lot of Porsches first, and then people with deposits. So don't waste your time putting a deposit down on a car that hasn't even been released. But it should be a cool car. You know, every new generation of 911 comes out, and there's always these naysayers that go, they've ruined the 911, this is the end of the world, blah, blah, blah. No, it'll be fine. And I'm sure I'll get one at some point. You know, they're always just a little bit more powerful, a little bit easier to drive, a few more toys, hopefully not too much heavier. The 911 is just a gradual evolution of an iconic car, so we all look forward to seeing the new model, but don't expect to see it anytime soon. It'll be late next year, will be the earliest, and even then it'll be a trickle. It'll be 2020 before you see the 992 models in any numbers, and certainly any time before then you're not going to see any discounts, and it's going to be hard to get hold of them. So be patient or buy the current model, which is still an awesome 911. Next, a question from Amy B. When are you next going to be in New Zealand, and will you do a meetup? I want to meet you and Tui. Well, yes, I'm coming to New Zealand in November, and I will do a meetup in the Auckland area. I have lots of things to do while I'm in New Zealand, including a helicopter thing and see all my family and friends and so forth. I probably won't be doing any car reviews, but I will do a meetup, and unfortunately I can't bring Tui. New Zealand's quarantine laws prevent me from flying Tui in. She'd have to be in quarantine for weeks at a time. I can't do that to her. So it's just going to be me. And yes, we'll do a meetup, and hopefully I'll meet you, Amy, and everyone else in the Auckland area that wants to come along. It's always fun being in New Zealand. Gilbert writes, where is your sister Becky? She's the only reason I watch your channel. Did you lock her in your basement cage? Where is Becky? That is a good question. Unfortunately, Becky has deserted us. She has moved down to Atlanta, Georgia to be with her boyfriend. I know. What's she doing with her boyfriend? But I wish her well, and we will go and visit her in Atlanta. Atlanta is a fun city for me because it's Porsche Town, North America. That's where Porsche Cars North America have their head office. There's more Porsche cars in Atlanta than any other city in the country. And that's where the experience center is and everything else. And of course, that's where my sister Becky is. So we'll have to go down and visit her and say hi, see what she's driving. I suspect it's an electric car. That can't be good. So yeah, no more Becky. We'll find someone to replace her. I'll get another sister or something. Don G writes, can you do a video on the mods you've done on your 911? You don't do enough videos on your own car. What a good point, Don. You're dead right. I have been slack. I have not done a lot of videos on my beautiful little 911. I still love it just as much as I did when I first picked it up. And yes, I just haven't done enough videos. As for modifications, the only modification I've done on my 911 lately is ramming the front passenger rim into the sidewalk. You know, weight savings. But yeah, I don't do a lot of modifications on the car, but I will be doing an update video on my 911. It's got 20,000 miles on it. I did a track day recently. We need to see how that poor 911 is standing up to the abuse of being owned and driven by Nick Murray. So yes, a 911 video coming up soon. I must do more updates on that poor car. Next, Wes writes, where are the helicopter videos? Good point, Wes. And once again, I've been failing to put out helicopter or aviation content, and I promised to fix that as well. I have actually been working on my fixed wing license lately. It's been so much fun. I personally prefer flying helicopters than fixed wing, but I want to get my fixed wing out of the way, relearn a few things, and it's certainly a very interesting experience for me flying fixed wing compared to helicopters. They're very, very different aircraft, obviously, and interesting for my CFI, my flight instructor. He's been teaching people to fly for 35 years, and he says I'm one of the most interesting students he's ever had, because he's never had a student that's already got their helicopter license moving to fixed wing. He says I do things in a most unpredictable way. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm making good progress on the fixed wing. It's a lot of fun. I certainly scare myself sometimes, maybe scare my flight instructor a little bit, but that's all part of learning. So as soon as I got that out of the way, I have a couple of helicopter videos that I have lined up. In particular, I wanted to do a video on training helicopters, the R-22, the CBI 300, two very popular training helicopters. And there's a place here in Connecticut that has both those aircraft, so we're going to do a comparison video on those. And as I said, while I'm down in New Zealand, there's a helicopter I want to review while I'm down there as well. So some aviation stuff coming up if I don't kill myself learning fixed wing in the meantime. Eric T writes, when are you going to replace that shit heap Golf with something cool? How dare you, Eric? I love that Golf. What he's talking about is my 2013 Golf S that I've had forever. It's got 85,000 miles on it. And it's not just Eric that's asked me when I'm going to replace that. Everyone expects me to replace that with something cool. And to be honest, I've actually had money set aside to replace it for a few years now. But I have a deep affection for that little car, and it never causes me any problems. It's a lovely car to drive. It's just something about it. I love that car. So every time I go to replace it, the car I've been thinking of replacing it with was a Audi Q5, which has to be one of the most boring cars on earth. So trading my poor little Golf in for a Q5, I just can't do it. So until the little Golf starts costing me money or causing me problems, I think I'll keep it for the meantime. It is a sweet little machine. Carly writes, can you do a review on Tui like you review cars? She seems like the coolest little dog. She is the coolest little dog. I absolutely love Tui. She comes to work with me more and more lately. We do a lot of things together, and yes, that is a good idea. I'll do a car style review on my little Tui soon. I think that'll be a fun video. And next from Macca, he writes, you are Siren Nick. My 5 out of 10 thread is pure bitch get a kick. Get more XXL Donna. I think the English translation of this comment is that he really likes his 5 out of 10 t-shirt and that I need to get more sizes for him. And that's fair enough. A lot of people say it to me, Nick, can you get such and such a size in t-shirt? When the reality is that I'm a pretty small shop and I have to buy in bulk to break even really even with these t-shirts. So I don't get sizes that I don't sell a lot of t-shirts of. But I do add sizes from time to time, so look out on my website. The current t-shirt line is this one, An Acquired Taste, because sometimes it takes a little while to learn to love us. A solid 5 out of 10, because not everybody is a 9 or a 10 out of 10. Hey, 5 out of 10 is pretty good. I expect the weight loss from the exercise I did last Tuesday to kick in any minute now. Never a truer statement said. The amount of tight clothing I have, because I know that the weight loss is coming any time now. The world-class loser, because hey, you got to be world-class at something. The lower your expectations, because if people didn't expect so much out of us, we might actually deliver. The never drive boring, because it doesn't matter what you drive, you should be beating the crap out of that poor thing. The proud C- average, because trust me, in the Murray household, when I brought home anything better than a fail, it was cause for celebration. The is it all the way in? This is the t-shirt to wear when you're going to meet your girlfriend's parents. It's a winner every time. And my personal favorite, it burns when I pee. I catch people chuckling away to themselves whenever I wear this t-shirt all over the place. It does take balls to wear this t-shirt, but it's well worthwhile. And with any order on my site, I'm sending out stickers. The stickers I'm sending out at the moment are Danger Dog is Driving, the Gorilla Love, and a very popular sticker at the moment is I crash better than anyone I know. So yes, go ahead and order some of my stuff. That would be awesome. If you've made it through this far, I've got a giveaway now. Just one, unfortunately, or two actually. I've managed to get hold of one of these, which I never use spray on wax. So if you use a lot of spray on wax, if you genuinely use a lot of spray on wax, email me and I'll send you this leaking this leaking bottle of spray on wax. First person that emails me wanting this, they'll get it somewhere in the US. I'm not going to ship this overseas. And the second person that emails me will get the smaller spray on wax bottle. So that's all good. What else? Oh, I've got a favor to ask. I've got a favor to ask someone that lives in the Bay Area. The Porsche event, the Rensport event that's happening on the 27th of September to 1st of October. Either myself or my friend is going to be there demonstrating the rapid dry towels, and we need a car to dry. We're just going to spray some water on it and dry it, preferably a Porsche, but any cool car would be great. I need to borrow a car. I know it's a big ask. I'm happy to give away some gifts, rapid dry towels, spend some money, whatever it takes. I need to borrow a car from someone. So if you have a car and you live in the Bay Area and you're willing to lend it to me for 3-4 days, end of September, that would be fantastic. I'll take good care of it, use it in demonstration, you know, I don't know. If you're willing to lend me a car, let me know, my email below. And so finally, I've got other cool cars coming up on the channel as well, the GT3 RS and the GT2. Maybe do a little comparison there, that'll be cool. Lots of good content coming up. So, you know, as always, I deeply appreciate your support and watching my channel, buying my products, but just being there. You know, generally I'm very lucky. My viewers, you guys are very positive, very kind to me, and I totally appreciate it. So, thank you for watching as always, and I'll see you guys soon. My next video will probably be from Portland, so I'll see you there. Thanks everyone, bye then.